Hey, welcome to my journey and to another weigh-in video. We're going to make a few changes on my channel, and it really started Wednesday when I didn't do a menu planning grocery haul. We'll talk about that one in a minute. But one of the changes I'm going to make, these things, they get on my mind, and I have to let them simmer a little bit. But I knew I was going to have a gain. I knew I was, and I did. I didn't gain back all I lost last week, but I had a gain, and it was my own fault. It wasn't volume eating, it was quality eating. And the quality of food that I ate was high in the taste buds and low in the nutrition buds. No, I have not eaten an abundance of nutritious foods this past week. I've eaten out. I've had treat food, snack food, junk food, all in place of my good food, all in place of the food I should have. I didn't have the food I should have and then had all this junk on top of it. Now, it didn't work that way. I did not. I had it all instead of. And it showed on the scales. So let that be a lesson. It is just like Joan has always said. She's probably going, woo, woo. And I'm not on points, but she's on Weight Watchers, so this is her analogy. All points are not created equally. All calories are not. Listen, I'm seeing my earrings. We'll get back on that in a minute. I'm seeing my earrings jingle. I got these from Temu. I made just a little small Temu haul because it's free shipping, so it don't matter. Some of these places, they charge this big shipping, and you feel like you have to order a whole bunch of stuff to make use of the shipping charges. Well, their shipping is always free, so I don't mind ordering just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But they're daisies, and y'all know, just a plain old wildflower daisy. That's my favorite. I thought, you know what? I got to start wearing earrings. I got earrings over here in my drawer. A lot of them I've had for umpteen years when I used to dress, more than a tank top. When I had jobs, when I went places. And I thought, I saw these and that, golly, I don't even know if they was $1 or if they was $1 and something, because that stuff on Temu is so cheap. Some of it might be made cheap, but it's all price cheap. Let me give you a tip. If you're going to go do a first, I don't have a code. I'm not a big channel. But some of these bigger channels, they get codes and you save, I think it's like 30% off your first order. So go search you out one of them big channels and look in their description box and see if they got a code if you plan on ordering, and get you 30% off your first order. Anyway, I was shaking and talking and I could see this one out of my peripheral vision just jingling. But yeah, all calories are not created equally. You got calories that are good, that are nutritious, that give you vitamins and minerals and all kind of good stuff for your body to work properly. And then you give it calories that cause it to gain weight, retain sodium. I'm not saying that's my weight gain. It very well could be a lot of sodium. I don't know. I ain't saying that's what it is. I ain't going to blame it on sodium. You know what? Now that I'm sitting here saying it out loud, even if it is sodium, that was my doing too. That sodium didn't just creep up on me in the middle of the night and say, let's play a trick on her. No, it come from food that I've been eating. So I don't even think you can use sodium. My weight gain was due to sodium. Well, yeah, because you ate some crap that was full of sodium. So that's your fault too. There you go. You heard it here first. But the calories I've been eating have not been good ones. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And it's not, I'm getting better at this whole fullness thing. I'm getting better at feeling when it's, I'm not, some of y'all are worried that I'm stretching my pouch. I'm not. I promise you I am not. I'm not eating good food, but I'm not eating too much food. I want to, let's get it clear. I want to eat too much food. I want to. I am not. So I'm not going to stretch my pouch. I'm not in fear of stretching my pouch. I'm not doing any of that. I know I have to stop when I have to stop, but I'm getting better at feeling that point of, oh, well, push it away. So that has gotten better. Do I wish it had to happen from the beginning? Yeah, I do, but it didn't. So what can I say? I just didn't have one of them surgeries, I guess. I don't have one of those reactions. I did have one of those surgeries. My body just didn't react to it. For some whatever reason, I can't tell you why. I come out and for 3 months could hardly tell when I was full or not. I can't tell you why, and I can't tell you why it started working more now. I can't tell you. I just know that's my experience, and I'm sharing it with you. But one of the changes I plan on making is I'm only going to worry about these numbers, well, to y'all. I'll know them to me because I'll weigh in every week and I'll put them in my tracker just like I did this morning. But I'm going to give y'all the numbers once a month. I think we're all too focused on what does Kim weigh. I could be wrong. And I may not get any views on my weighing videos if you're not going to hear what the number is. You might not be concerned how my health is doing. That's where I need to be concerned with a number once a month. So I'm like the last Thursday of the month, unless it's like, let's say the 30th of the month is on a Wednesday and the 1st is on a Thursday, then I'll give it to you the 1st because that's a full week that I should have towards that month. But I'm going to give you my monthly totals. I'm just going to say, okay, here's my monthly totals. Here's what I weighed last month. Here's what I weighed this month. And this is what I lost. I'm not going to say what I gained or lost. This is what I lost. And we're going to look at the big picture. We're not going to look at the little tiny weekly pictures. We're going to look at the big picture, the monthly picture, what I do for a month. And it's going to be the calendar month, not like, okay, I'm starting now, which actually falls into a calendar month, so it kind of fell in nicely. But for the calendar month, so for February, whenever the last Thursday of February is, unless it's real close to the end of the month on the next March, then that's when I'm going to tell you what I did for the month. Weekly, I'll tell you I gained or I lost, which I'm going to tell you, OMG, that I lost. Listen, I'm going to tell you another thing. I am smelling good. Oh, I'm smelling good. I told y'all a long time ago, probably 2 years ago, why did I have this perfume if I wasn't wearing my perfume? Just because I was at home didn't mean I couldn't have perfume on. So I do wear my perfume. I got back into that habit of wearing my perfume. And what I'm wearing this morning is Avon Odyssey. Whew, it smells good. Now, the only thing I don't like about Avon perfumes, they smell good. Now, some of them, y'all know, y'all can smell a perfume and say, ooh, that Avon. Back in the day, I don't know what they got now. I haven't bought any new Avon fragrances in probably 30 years, 35 years, 40 years. I use the same ones I used as a teenager, and those are the ones I buy. The Avon Odyssey and Sweet Honesty, and that might be the only two I have. But my friend, the subscriber, Tony, she was talking about she had bought some Avon. I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to buy some Avon fingernail polish. That fingernail polish, this one that I got on now, I hadn't took it off. I told you I like that new brand CV color vibe at the Dollar Tree. I loved that dark color. It went on so nice and smooth. This one, I had to put on 2 coats because it's very sheer. It clumped on, so I don't know if it was like a bad bottle or if the lighter colors paint different from the darker colors, but I don't like this one. I'm not going to use this one again. That $1.25 is just down the toilet. Unless I can use it in a craft, paint something on a craft, I can do that. But I'll see what these other colors I got. But I was wanting to look at the Avon fingernail polish. They've been on my mind ever since I painted these last week. Avon's been on my mind because Avon's got good fingernail polish. A few years back, that was the only fingernail polish I used, and I was in such as Judy called me, posh. I had this fingernail polish on whatever video it was, and my coffee cup was the one about rolling your eyes. And she says, "Oh, your fingernails match your coffee cup. You're so posh." I'm like, if I am anything, it is most certainly posh. But I was back probably, well, it was before I had y'all. I went through a phase of, and I was still getting out and about, decently. Big size, still going. I would have my fingernails painted to match my outfits. So I was like, oh, look at all, some kind of way. Now I'm lucky to get them polished. I polished them there for a while, and then I quit. I just get tired of doing things. I am so much an easy upkeep. It's not even funny. I don't do my hair. I ain't even going to get it cut. I can't even make an appointment to get it cut because I just keep putting it off. It's easier to manage when it's like shoulder length. I told her as long as it'll stay in a ponytail, because you would think, okay, now here's the thing. I used to keep short hair all the time, and I just let it grow out these past couple of years. Over COVID, the last time I had got it cut was June of 2020, and then I let it go for way over a year before I got it cut again, and then I just decided by then I'm just going to keep it long because I had got used to the way I look. There for a while, I was used to the way I look short-haired, and y'all remember my videos? Listen, if y'all cut hair, y'all know what a blade is. Bzzz, right up the back. Yes, I did. Cut them ears out. Whew. But I'm losing so much hair. I'm just losing. Y'all can just see flat out scalp that I don't know if I cut it short if I would look totally bald. At least this way I got some kind of hair flopping around to remind me that I got hair. Y'all know. But no, I don't do my hair. I used to do these things. Well, I didn't wear makeup as a teenager. I only got into makeup as an adult, and then I didn't really get into it. I got into it because I like buying it. I like playing in it, but I didn't like putting it on every day. I used to love to do my hair as a teenager. I used to do the hot rollers. Oh, hot rollers. In my early 20s, hot rollers was where it was at. And then I had let my hair get really long at one point when RJ was little. And then I decided I'm going to get it cut off. I can't have kids and have all this hair. It's getting on my nerves. So I got it cut. And I just kept going shorter and shorter and shorter. And then I'd let it grow out every now and then. And I'm like, nope, can't do it. It's touching me. Get it cut again and again. This time I've just let it stay. But anyway, I don't do my hair. I don't do my makeup. I barely have started back doing my fingernails. Who knows how long that'll last. I got pretty fingernail polish colors. I love all the colors. Used to be, y'all know when we was growing up, you wore some shade of pink or coral. We didn't have French manicures. We didn't have, if we had fake fingernails, nobody I knowed wore them. The country in me's coming out. Listen, y'all know how I talk. When I had a job, I spoke correctly. When I was talking to clients or other people in the companies and whatnot, I did speak correctly. This is just my regular talking voice. This is how I talk at home. This is how I talk to my friends, my family. This is just how I talk. And since y'all are considered friends and family, y'all just get how I talk. So that's that. You know what gets on my nerves? I'm going to tell you what gets on my nerves. People that thinks us Southerners, because we talk the way we talk, are dumb or ignorant. I'm not the smartest girl on the planet, but I'm not dumb. I do have some brains, and I know how to use them, and I use them in jobs that required brains. You couldn't be a mortgage loan processor without some smarts, because there was a lot of rules and regulations, and there was a lot to it. So I am not a dumb person. Just because the way I talk sounds some kind of way to you, but that gets on my nerves. An accent does not dictate how dumb or smart somebody is, and I hate calling somebody dumb, but you know what I mean. That don't indicate your intelligence. Just like dressing don't indicate your financial status neither. My ex-husband worked with a man who dressed like a hobo. I can't remember his name. It was an odd name for a guy, but it was like an older name. Because this was back in the 80s, so he's way long gone, because he was an older gentleman back then. But he dressed like a hobo. But he kept like $3,000 in his overall bibs all the time. All the time. And people knew. We were so worried for him. People knew he kept that money, and he would work on lawnmowers on the side. And anybody could just roll up on him while he's out there in his shop. He just had a little building out there in his yard. Go up on him and rob him and kill him, whatever they wanted to do, because everybody knowed he kept that money. He had money out the wazoo. I mean, people just knew that about him. But to look at him, you think, he's some homeless hobo. No, he was not. So the way he dressed did not dictate his financial status. So I think we got to not worry about how somebody talks, if they smart or not, or how somebody dresses, if they're rich, which what in the hell does it matter if somebody's rich or not, except if it was me, then I would matter. If you're not rich, tell me, would you not like to experience it one time? Just one day. You know what? If I was rich and money was no object, I think I would buy a Dollar Tree. I know there's all kind of humanitarian things I could do. I'm just not that person. That is a horrible, horrible thing to admit about yourself. I would be selfish for me and my family. If I were to be rich for a day, I wouldn't buy a Dollar Tree. That's my joke. If I were to be rich for a day, money no object, I would be totally selfish for me and my family. My little family. Me, my husband, my kids, their kids, my mom and my brother, my niece. That's it. That's my family. That's the only family I have. Well, Mama Vicky, your family too. Listen, y'all know, oh my God, y'all know that I do not share my YouTube channel with my family. I don't want to jinx it. Because to me, it was a private thing that I started. I started it privately, just for me. And I never was going to give my weight. Oh my God, ever. And then when I finally did, I was like, oh, okay, well, it's just a number, big whoop-de-doo. But the more I kept the channel to myself, the more I liked it to myself. And I know some of y'all understand that. There are things you just want to yourself. You're not there to share. Like people on Facebook. If you're a friend with me on Facebook and you ever mention my channel, I'm going to tell you right now, your comments getting hidden. Because my Facebook people, knock on wood, do not know I have a YouTube channel. I want it that way. The only family that knows I have a YouTube channel are my husband and my kids. Except for now, my Mama Vicky. And she's not my mama. She's my kid's mama. She's actually... Okay, Vic, I'm going to tell your business. I know she's watching. She was my dad's wife. She was my stepmom. I don't consider her my stepmom now. I just consider her family. She's just my friend. She's just my family. She's my family. So the people I told you, that's the only family I have. But even though we don't see each other all the time and we don't do what we say we're going to do, you're still my family and I still love you. But she found me because she watches YouTube. She likes this one guy who like picks up. He's a junker. He like finds stuff on the road and he does all this cool stuff, right? So she was just like, on YouTube how it suggests videos for you on your home page, and you scroll up there, see if you find something new, because it'll suggest it based on things you watch. So if you watch something, even if you are not interested and you saw it and you're like, oh, well, I'm not really interested in that, you're going to get some more suggestions on it. How in the world the stuff she watches did my channel pop up on her homepage is beyond me. I'm sitting over here one day. She calls. She said, what you doing? I said, watching TV. She said, I am too. I'm watching you. I said, what? She told me, she said, I was sitting there and she said, she looks familiar. I could see her face. We was on the phone, but I could see her face. She looks familiar. A girl on the phone. I believe that's Kim. Like, yes, yes, it's me. So, Mama Vicky knows. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind that she knows. And, well, I know she showed my baby brother. I'll give you some money too. Kent, I'll give you some money too. Tessie, I'll give Tessie some money. Well, my family's growing in the money department. But as far as when we get together up here at the house, that's just who it is. Just me, the kids, the grandkids, Mama, my brother, and then my niece if she's able to come, which is my brother's only living child. My brother has 2 deceased children, one at birth and Noelle, and then his youngest, who is in her 20s. Oh my gosh, she was just a baby. She was just a baby. And she's in her 20s and has a boyfriend and a job and her own apartment. What happens to these little children? They grow up. What is their problem? Speaking of children, I may be getting Jacob today. I sent Holly a message this morning, way before she's ever going to be up. If she was wanting to go down and work at the house with some peace, she could bring him up here. I just got a doctor's appointment this morning. I thought what I would do, I was come on here and talk to y'all a little bit now. And then what I got to do is go to the wound care. It's been 2 weeks since they wrapped me, and it's a visit to see how my thing is doing. The one on the right's completely healed, gone. There's no scab or anything. The one on the left still has some like scabby skin, and one little section of that is just one little section still got a little bit of drainage to it. But I'm putting that little, they didn't tell me to, but since it's draining and it gets on my stuff, I put that little pad on it and some gauze around it to keep it protected. If I don't, it sticks to my stocking, and that's gross. But I've been wearing those compression garments every single day. I despise them. And if you have to wear compression garments, you totally get me. I despise them. I don't have them on right now, and it feels so good to be sitting here without those things on, which now I'll admit they make my legs feel good. That compression does make my legs feel good. It's just I hate wearing them. I hate having to have them on, which that doctor told me when I seen him the last time. He goes, okay, you're not new to this. I don't have to tell you. It's not a condition that will ever go away. I'm like, I know. Lymphedema is not a you ate too much sodium, you're swole kind of deal. Lymphedema is in your lymph system, your lymph nodes. It does not go away. You just have to treat it. And the way you treat it in these legs is to wear those compression garments to keep that swelling down. So that's what I'm doing. But I thought, well, I'll come back if, excuse me, if I don't have well, I might come back anyway. Now, I don't know what time you are actually seeing this, because if I get the baby, which I still call him the baby, if I get the baby, it'll be right after the doctor, and I won't have time to add anything else to it or edit it or upload it or all that, because I'll be having the baby. And I'm going to tell you what, that baby is into everything. He don't really get into your stuff, but he likes to go around and touch everything. He's not like his mama. His mama didn't do that. His mama didn't touch things. His mama left stuff alone. Of course, I made sure. And she learned. He learns. He does. He learns. He's just very curious. Very, but oh my gosh, so smart. He's so smart. I tell y'all that every time I talk about him, but every time I see him, he is a little bit smarter than the time before. He knows so much baby sign language. She says I tell him 1 or 2 times and he's picked it up. He's saying ball. And so we went to, what day was that? I don't remember. It was one of them days she said, did I want to go out couch hunting? I said, yeah, let's go. So we went down to, took a load of stuff down to her house, and then we looked around in Charlotte. Now, you would think in the big old city of Charlotte, there would be some kind of used furniture or discount furniture place where there would be a decent couch. There is not. And if there is, we could not find it. We did find a Habitat, good sized Habitat, and she found one. She goes, she said, I'm not totally sold on it. I'm like, well, don't get it. If you're not totally sold on it, don't get it, because you're going to be stuck with it, you know. So it would be better to not even have one, bring a kitchen chair in there to sit down and watch TV, than to buy something you're going to have to look at and be stuck with and be like, oh, I hate this couch. But anyway, we went shopping, and oh my gosh, he just learns. He knows so much. I just think he knows more at his age than he should know. I ain't had a child, and I don't know, like, what's the standard for what children know or not. But, oh my gosh, he's brilliant. I hear the males on the daughter's side take after their grandma. I also hear the males on the son's side take after their grandmas. So in either respect, Sebastian and Jacob take after me. They're both so smart. Oh my gosh, Sebastian is so smart. Sebastian is so intelligent. He is he's always been beyond his years. Always. So, well, both of my children are smart, above their years. They just are. Noelle, so smart. My other niece, so smart. Me and my brother's smart. Oh my gosh, my brother's so smart. So, I guess we have to trace it back to my mama. Because me and my brother don't have the same daddy. So, we had to trace it back to my mama. Anyway, she's a smart woman. So the other thing, what's that all I was going to say about whatever we was talking about? I don't know. The other thing I was going to change was I'm going to quit doing the menu planning grocery hauls. I don't know if anybody, I see what the views are on it. I don't know if it's because anybody really cares what I'm eating, or they're just curious what did a girl who had weight loss surgery eat. Most of the food that I buy is for David. Like, I'm trying to think, some of the box things and the pouch things that I can make quickly, and like I buy his cereal and his juice and his breakfast meats and his bread, and all kind of stuff like that. Whereas there's things that I don't necessarily buy for me. So really, you're seeing a lot of a David grocery haul, and fruits and vegetables. If I get those, that's a joke. This week I got. Let's see. This week I got some decent produce. I did. And I made a menu. I will always make a menu, knock on wood, because I made a menu at years before I ever went on any kind of diet or weight loss journey or YouTube channel. I didn't start it just for a YouTube channel. I always have made one for years, because if I don't make a menu, we won't have nothing to eat, because I won't have the ingredients needed to make anything. And especially in this day of the price of groceries, you simply cannot afford to have everything on hand that you might need for one last minute thing that you decide you want to eat. Oh, tonight I want to have I don't know, just pick something. And then expect to have all the ingredients on hand every single time. You can't afford it. You can't. What I bought yesterday, now I put in a Walmart order, and it was probably $60. You have to do 35 there. Now, there's things that I do get at Walmart's that are cheaper. Some things are comparable at Food Line. They really are. You don't get a big savings over Walmart. Food Line used to be, I think, more expensive than they are now. But the rest of it, I went inside the store. That contributed to some of the grocery bill. But I couldn't see, her screen was jumbled up. I told her, I said, oh, your screen is acting up. She goes, yeah, they're supposed to be fixing it. So I couldn't see a running total. I couldn't see, everything at the top brings up, and then the total is in the little bar at the bottom. So I couldn't see what was going on. Well, she got everything through. She had $199. I'm like, thinking to myself, that was $199, and this woman behind me who probably had $100 in animal food. I couldn't tell if it was cat or dog. Well, it's probably, no, they make little cups for dogs too. She had cat or dog food. She had bags and she had cups, and she had a buggy mound. Well, she said, oh, that wasn't bad for all that. I'm like, well, in today's standards, I reckon it wasn't, because I did get a lot of meat. That's why I told him I wanted to go in the store this time instead of doing Instacart, because our meat's running low. We still got chicken, but our meat, beef and pork, was almost non-existent. So I wanted to see if they had that marked down. And they did. They had a couple things. Well, the only thing I got on sale was a chuck roast. And I was going to eat the one that I had in the freezer, but this was on sale for like $3.99. So hopefully it won't be tough. So I'm going to make that the day that I have roast on my menu. I'm going to make this one. But that was a lot of money. And then the hamburger was a lot of money because I needed 2 pounds of it. And it turns out I didn't even use a pound of it last night, so I need to go on and get it out and freeze it. David, bless his heart. But hey, let's talk about the food first. $199. But I got some meat. 2 meats that weren't marked down, and the other meats were marked down. All the other meats were marked down. And then some vegetables and some eggs. There was a chunk of it. Some batteries. I don't know, just odds and ends. $199. I left the receipt out there because I want to show David when he sees $199. What the hell did you get for $199? I want to show him the prices. When you look at the item, I want you to look over there at the price of it. I want you to see what it's going for. You see the items I bought, which he don't care. He don't talk about. I'm not saying he monitors. He does not. I shop, he pays. Period. He eats, I cook. So he don't monitor. He's not some kind of grocery Nazi. He lets me do my thing. And I don't overstep my bounds as far as spending our money. I get what we need. And sometimes I think I get the bare minimum, and it's still outrageous. Oh, okay. Making sure that wasn't him calling or something. So I yesterday, even the day before, I was like, I did not feel like, I already did not feel like feeling, my nose itches. That means somebody's coming to see me. That means I'm going to get to see the baby. I did not feel like filming my groceries. And I did not feel like filming my menu. So I'm like, I got up yesterday morning. I'm like, you know what? I ain't. There ain't no law that says you have to film a menu plan and a grocery haul. And if you like to see that, I apologize. But I'm just burnt out on it. It was so nice. I cannot tell you. I cannot stress to you how nice it was just to get those groceries in, unpack them out of the bags, and put them away. Not have to unpack them and set them up and scooch them together on the counter and get everything in where you can look at them. And then, okay, don't mute the TV so the TV ain't. Sometimes I didn't even mute that because I didn't feel like going over there and messing with it. And film it, and then get your cold stuff put up, and then when you get everything filmed, then you come on back here and get it edited and everything so you can get it uploaded, and then you can go in there and put up the rest of your groceries because you really want to go on and try to get it uploaded and get it out of your hair. Just coming home and unloading my groceries and putting them away and being done with it was glorious. I'm going to tell you. So some of you liked the meal plan and grocery haul, and some of you didn't care. So the ones of you that did like it, I apologize, but that's one thing I'm taking off my plate. And it's not like I have so much on my plate because I don't work. But as far as a hassle, an aggravation, I'm just taking it off my plate. Unless I do something fun, some fun grocery store somewhere like, ooh, speaking of, then let me tell you, then I'm just not going to do them anymore. At the end of my road, there's a house behind me, and then there's like a road, main through Kannapolis. You get from like wherever, all the way over to one other main road. In my town, main roads are not like main roads. You know what I mean? We got one main road, but it's still not a main road. But it goes out to another main road, a cut-through road that gets you from place to place easily. Just right there, just when you turn left out of this little road, just right down the street, they're going to put a Lowe's food. I'm going to get a grocery store just minutes away from me. Now, the food line, 5 minutes away, but this one's even closer. Holly said, you won't be able to shop there. I said, I know I won't, but if I need something quick, it'll be quicker to run there than it would be to run the food line. But boy, when there's a new grocery store, me and Holly, we all over it. We've always been that way. Even when she was little at home, if a new grocery store or something opened up, woo, we was on it. We liked the grocery stores. I get that from my mama. She liked the grocery shop. I think it come from being a single parent who couldn't hardly have anything. When she did get to, that was like, and I told y'all before, like if we would get treats, it would most of the time be a food treat from the grocery store, because that way she could treat us to a prize. We all call them prizes. Ooh, we're going to get a prize. And then have groceries at the same time. So it was a prize for something fun, but it would also be something to fill our belly. So little things like that. And when she was able to go to the grocery store, she had finally got a job where she got paid monthly. And for a single parent, and I'll just tell you, no child support. That was rough. Raising two kids on her own. She did what she could do. And when it come grocery payday, that was grocery day. She said, I can always tell y'all knew when payday was, because I get home from work, y'all be sitting on the doorstep, because we knew it was grocery day. We could not wait. We could not wait to go to the grocery store. And we would go to Winn-Dixie. When Holly was little, she called it Winn-Disky. We would always go to Winn-Disky. Loved Winn-Disky. Oh my gosh, I miss that store. If I ever go south, where they still got Winn-Diskis, I am going, and I am going to buy Winn-Dixie brand stuff and bring it home and just look at it. Just stare at it. Some Georgia brand crackers. Do they still make Georgia? Okay. Who on here has still got a Winn-Dixie? And do they still make Georgia brand crackers? The little round buttery Georgia brand crackers? Tell me. I need to know. I used to have one of the cracker tins back before I realized how cool it would be when I got older to still have it. I'm pretty sure somebody out there is enjoying it. That one I seen up at the Habitat last month for $14 might have been mine. Somebody got it and they got rid of it too. Holly's like, She said, they knowing what they got. I said, yes, too much. Too much they know. If it had been $3 even, I'd have bought that thing. But, Lord have mercy. And we knew what we bought had to last the whole month. But she always let us get treats. She didn't say, this has to last the whole month. You don't get anything but beans and taters. She let us have treats. I mean, because that was our treat day. We waited all month. You know, we get a treat, and then here come payday next month. We was going to get that treat again. So the love of groceries. We talked about this in How I Got Fat video. Food was a reward. It was. Food was an easy way to reward and have double duty. Groceries and treat. Groceries and reward. I'm sorry if you weren't raised that way and don't believe in it. I was raised that way. Food was so much in my family and up at Mama's house. Food, oh my gosh. She was all about the food. And Lord have mercy, don't stop at 2 plates because you didn't eat enough. Well, you didn't eat nothing. Well, I ate 2 plates full. That wasn't nothing. You didn't eat nothing. So anyway, how did we get on that subject? I don't know. Oh, because I'm not going to do my menu planning grocery haul anymore. Listen, I feel lighter just even saying that I'm not going to film it, because now that I've said it, I'm just like, woohoo, it's real. I put it into writing now. But that, I think, the only 2 things I'm going to change. Do my monthly weight check. Let you know, still weighing weekly. I'm not going to stop weighing. Still recording my weight in my app, so I know exactly what I weigh every week to week. I quit that weighing daily, and I like it. Okay. Oh, okay. I started saying, what time is it? That was a reminder of my doctor's appointment. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I sitting here forgetting about my doctor's appointment? I quit weighing daily, and oh my gosh. Feels so much better. Now, there's days like this past week, knowing how I've been, you know, I'm like, oh, I really want to see. I want to know ahead of time. No, just stay off of it. So I stayed off of it till this morning. And, what was I saying? Oh, I'll still be waiting. I'm just not going to come on here and make a deal out of it every week, except for the week, and we're going to do a weekly wrap up. And that's just how it's going to be. So if I lose, weigh-in views, then I just have to lose weigh-in views. I don't know what else to say except for I have to do what's best for me. I mean, you can still tune in and see if I gained or lost, but you're not gonna hear my weight. And I don't know what big a deal that is anyway. I really don't. It ain't no big a deal now that I've said that out loud. I weigh whatever I weigh, which I'm under 300, so yahoo. I don't know what big a deal it is what somebody weighs or not anyway. What do you care how much I weigh? I don't even know why it matters if I'm on here doing a weighing video, just to be honest with you. I don't think I have to have a weighing video to have a YouTube channel that talks about weight loss. I don't owe an explanation of how much I weigh. And I'm not trying to sound ugly about it. I'm not saying I don't owe you anything. I'm not talking like that. I promise. I'm just saying as just looking at it from a YouTube standpoint of someone who's on a weight loss journey, who is sharing it. I don't owe an explanation of how much I weigh. Oh, you weigh that? Well, yeah, I do. Does it matter? You're either here for me or you're not here for me. That's how I figure it. And if you're watching it because you care about me, then that's the crux of my channel. I don't know why, unless, because I'm not a instructional channel. And even instructional channels, if you kind of don't like the person you're watching, you're not going to watch. But I kind of think, why bother watching somebody on YouTube? Why give them your time? Because your time is valuable. You don't have to give me your time. I know that. I know I am not owed your time. So if you do give me your time, I appreciate you. And the only reason you would do that, I would hope, is because you like me and care about me as a person, as much as you can know about me through a video screen. And I think I share an overabundance of my life that you should know a lot about me by now. I told you not everything, though. You won't know that. We already talked about that a bunch of times. But, oh, my nose is itching. I'll tell you, he must be coming today. So I would hope that you're watching because you like me and care about me, not because you got some kind of morbid curiosity over how much the fat girl weighs, because that's just wrong. I will tell you that. I'll tell you that to your face. If you're just watching because you're just curious how much the fat girl weighs, then you can just not tune it in until the last Thursday of the month, because I'm not going to tell you. And if that is the only reason you're watching, then you don't even need to watch, because that's ridiculous. That is just, that's ridiculous. If you're just like, oh, let's see how much fat girl weighs this week. If that's your curiosity, I'm going to be bold. I don't want you watching my channel. I don't. Because that's not a, I think that's a ridiculous reason to watch somebody. And there's other channels out there who give their weights on their journey. People who weigh more than me, people who weigh less than me, people who weigh like me. And if you're only watching them out of some morbid curiosity to see, oh, what's their weight? What's their number? Then maybe they want you watching them. I don't want you watching me. Because I don't know what it matters what my number is. If my number was 100 or 500, what difference does it make? On a weight loss channel, yeah, I think it's important to say if I'm gaining and losing, because, well, you that watch me, you have to be watching me because you like me, because I ain't following one journey all the way down the line that you can follow and kind of jump on board with me, because I have jumped from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. And y'all know that. Y'all that have been with me from the beginning, y'all know that. And I know who you are. Some of you I don't, because you never comment. But I know you're there. Listen, I'm the worst commenter. And I have these friends that are YouTube channels. And I watch all their videos. Y'all, I watch all y'all's videos. I'm just the worst commenter. And I should do better. But I watch your videos. But if that's the only reason you're watching me, then nah, that's a dumb reason to watch. Just to know how much I weigh, just to know how much a sack of skin and bones weighs on a scale. If that's all you want to know, I don't know. I just don't know. So anyway, I may or may not come back and talk after this, depending on if they talk about anything fun at the doctor's. Probably won't, but just in case. And then, not sure what time you're going to be seeing this, what time it's going to go up, if I have the baby or not. So May or may not see you in a minute. If I don't, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. And just in case I'm back, then hold on. Hey, I'm just coming on right quick. I just started editing, and the video is 50 minutes long. So, no, I'm not going to come back on here and talk after the doctor. We'll save that for another day. I told y'all I never look and I never know how long I have talked until I put it in my video editor. And I'm like, ooh, 50 minutes. But it also dawned on me, I forgot to mention, I do know who sent me that glorious box of craft supplies. It was Yvonne Balter. She sent a card separately, and I got the card the same time I got the package notice. And I put the card in my pocketbook so I wouldn't drop it on the way up to the counter to get my box. Well, I come home, opened my box up, come back here, filmed, while I opened it, I filmed it at the same time. And then I went back up there and got my card, and I had already filmed and put it on the uploaded or edited, got it uploaded, all that. Too late to come on and say thank you. I mean, I said thank you, but the card was separate. And I'm like, oh, well, if I had opened my card first, I would have known it was from her. So thank you, Yvonne. Listen, I sat here last night and went, had to get me some more little organizing things. And I was sitting here last night and went through everything, went through the beads, got all those things separated out, got my stickers put out, my washi tapes, my other little things, and my papers. Got everything put where it needs to be put so I can start doing my crafting with it. So anyway, I'm not going to talk long. I just wanted to come on and say I'm not going to talk anymore except for this. And thank you to Yvonne. I really do appreciate it. Okay, now this really is the end of the video.